Recording? Nope, but I am now. Is it crashing? Nope. Good. Okay. How y'all doing? Oh, give him hell for everyone. Solaire, Sigmire, and yourself. This is a long journey's end. Fight on, Skyen. Believe you me, I intend to. Okay, we'll need an intro for it, won't we? Alright, I've got everything I need. I have to think of one. Think. There! I've parried now. So, once again, for those who are just joining the stream, as soon as I start recording for the episode, I'm gonna do an intro to the episode, and then I'm not gonna look at chat, like, mostly. Oh, thank you for the ping. This is worth seeing live. Well, thank you for joining. This is, I'm nervous, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kinda blanking out. Friends and lovers, welcome to the boss designs of Dark Souls. What will, I'm presuming, be the final gameplay episode of this particular series. We have killed the lords, we have destroyed all the optional bosses as far as I'm aware. We have fed the Lord Vessel, and the path has opened to Gwyn himself. I've no idea how long it's going to take us to get there, but we are going to get there. And I'm gonna kick his entire ass for what he made me do to Solaire. This shit is his fault. Hello, knights. Ghost knights. Okay. Well, this is a happy place. Feels like we've passed through some kind of dimensional doorway almost, too. A slightly different reality. Everything is blasted. Covered in ash. I guess that makes sense. This is a kiln. It's like a forest fire that has burned out. Oh, hello. I guess Gwyn still has a few knights with him. Not for long, though. Down you go, buddy. Hey, Titanite chunks. How nice. Wonder what that castle is for. I wonder what any of this was for. It hardly seems habitable. You move so slow. More Titanite, huh? Oh, King Gwyn, where are you? I've got several lengths of steel with your shitty name on it. What the hell is that? I hope it doesn't explode or something stupid. It looks a bit like a bomb. It's a crab? What the hell are you? Twin humanities. Oh, hello. Yeah, we're not doing that. Can I kick him over the side? Nope. But he can go himself. No music down here. I guess that makes sense. No anything down here, just thunder and wind through dead ruins. Ow. Well, one of them had to hit me at some point. It's a bad idea fighting him in a choke point. Hey, Black Knight Great Axe. That's not bad. I'll try it. It's not upgraded, so it's not that powerful, but... It packs an okay punch. Yeah, my silver sword is better. Oh, hello. Blue Titanite, for which I have no use. So, is he in here then? Or is this just one of those fake doors? I feel like he's probably here. Alright, old man. If you're here, I'm here to kick your ass. Oh, there he is. Oh, that's a sword made of fire. He hits fast. Good grief. Ow. Okay. Oh, long range. There's not much left of him, is there? Ow. Okay, he's got some combos, and he's got a grab. For someone who's so desperate to continue the Age of Fire, he sure isn't eager to die for it. And as we all remember, I can always put on the giant armor and just chonk him to pieces. But for the moment, we'll try to play fair. For the moment, until I get tired of him. Then the giant dad is gonna come out. Would you please backstab? I know you can. Oh, come on. Ugh. Black Knight Shield, huh? No, I think we'll go with Solaris. I think we'll stick with that. Although I wouldn't mind maybe upgrading it or something. They drop a lot of items, these guys. I guess whatever that thing is, it doesn't respawn. Ow. Oh, he's got a 4-hit combo, I guess. Alright. I think I found a bug in his AI. Would you care to come over here, please? These guys drop items like motherfrickers. Alright, you're the last one. I'm sure I'll be back again, so get used to this. And that's enough out of you. I'm not willing to take a hit from one of those guys before I go into Gwyn. Let's hear that music again, Gwyn. It's a fitting requiem. That wasn't the sound of flesh. Oh, it's a combo. It's a combo! It's a big combo. What's the range on this guy? Oh, God. It's a lot, basically. Okay. Better. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say that probably there's not that much point trying to use pyromancy on him. Like, run around with a greatsword like that, one imagines you must have some resistance to the stuff. Whoa! Yep. Okay. I do like the music. I like the music quite a bit. Because it's fitting. It's a lot like... Hollow Knight took a very similar approach to its ending boss. In that the final boss fight is not really a triumph. You've triumphed over all the other bosses. Like, those have been triumphs, but this is just like... This isn't a triumph, it's just an ending. And endings aren't happy. Certainly not in this game. Oh, yeah. I went for a parry there, but I have no idea about how to time it. Yeah. There we go. There we go. That's a parry on record. Now you can never say I never did it. Let the fire die. Indeed. Hey, Gwyn. It's me again. How you doing? Okay, I felt like I rolled through that, but okay. You do you, buddy. Oh, jeez. His attacks are so fucking fast. Like... Okay. And the terrain is a bitch. Okay. Now I'm better footing. And he eats my stamina so fast if I try to block. Yeah, that was gonna happen. I saw that coming. Alright. It was probably gonna be inevitable no matter what, but... we'll have to do this the less hard way. But I'm not putting on the Black Iron Great Shield, even though it would be a good idea, because I want this one to be for Solaire, honestly. That feels right. Plus, this will make it a bit easier to get through these guys. Strangely, I feel like the biggest trouble I've had with Gwyn so far is that I don't know the arena we're fighting in. I keep expecting there to be a lot more open space than there is. And then when I just run into some piece of landscape that body blocks me, I get fucked because I can't manage my distance. I wonder if... I could actually kill him with... I can actually go with Solaire's helmet. I don't actually need the mask. Come on, come at me, bro. Oh, we're gonna come at you as many times as it takes, Gwyn. We're gonna finish this. Can't remember if I can knock them over with my... with a two-handed swing. It's worth a shot. Oof. Oh, I can! The two-handed swing can knock them over. I've got a fire weapon too, you son of a bitch! Sup, old man? How do you like that, huh? Not at all, I bet. I bet you don't like that. Oh shit, I can stagger him. Well, that makes things a little easier. Because then we can trade. Instead of just him hitting me. Oof. Ow. That's gonna get me hit. Ah, suck it, old man. Suck it. This is not your world anymore. That one's for you, buddy. We could start all of this all over again. Where the heck is his soul? There it is. Soul of Gwyn. Soul of the Gwyn, Lord of Sunlight and Cinder, who linked the first flame. Lord Gwyn bequeathed most of his power to the gods, and burned as cinder for the first flame. But even so, Lord Gwyn's soul is a powerful thing indeed. So we've reached the decision point, haven't we? As we've talked about over and over and over again, over the course of the game, we can start the Age of Fire back up again, but at some point that fire is going to burn out, and this is going to have to all happen all over again. And all of that nonsense Guinevere was spouting about not requiring any more undead sacrifices seems to be a pretty little lie. Designed to bring people like me here to do this. And so the question is, because we've seen what happens when the world goes dark. We've seen what happens. Manus is what happens. The abyss is what happens. Darkness. Wild humanity. A consuming hunger. And we've seen what the Age of Fire looked like. We've seen it. We've seen the glories of Anor Londo. We've seen what the kingdoms of man could be. So, do you try and get back to that moment? Recapture that glory? Or do you walk away to something else? Now, my personal feelings on the matter have been pretty set ever since I realized I was being manipulated into doing this thing over again. I kind of knew where I was going with it. And in order to explain why, we'll have to get a little bit more personal. Because I have seen what happens when people get obsessed with reclaiming the glory days, bringing the world back to an imagined glorious past. A wonderful state where everything was better and there weren't any problems, and we could have that again if we just make a few sacrifices, if we just, you know, hurt a few people who deserve it. If you just hurt them, well, we can bring back the glory days. We can go back. We can make Lordran great again. And recent politics notwithstanding, that nationalism that is sort of implied in that particular stance has never sat right with me. I've never wanted any part of it.
My lord, bless thy safe return.
Ah.
Staff and craft serve your highness. We are here to serve your highness. Let true dark be cast upon the world. Our Lord hath returned.
And that's the end of Dark Souls 1. Fitting that the first thing that happens is that the game seems to restart.
The dark sign brands the undead.
Wait, did the game seriously just restart?
And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world.
I guess so. Okay. I guess I'm back here. Well, okay, great. Is this New Game Plus then? I do like that the game doesn't give you an option. It's like, no, you're in New Game Plus now, son. You're not going back. This is where you... Alright, well... Hello, Oscar of Astora. How you doing? Glad to see you temporarily alive again. Anyway... So I guess we'll talk while we go through the motions of the opening of the game again. So Gwyn is exactly what you would expect him to be, really. As in, he is an old, hollow-eyed, but still, like, he still has that regal poise, right? He has that power walk thing going on, remembering his authority. That makes him a little interesting to look at. But mostly what he embodies is just the authority of the old order. At least as far as I could tell just by looking at him. He was like literally the patriarchal father figure of the old order of Lordran. The thing that we've been driving towards destroying for the entire game. But he was also kind of fragile in his expression. Oh, there you are. Hello. Less of a threat this time around. But he's also fragile in a lot of ways. Like, there's something especially about his crown and his wildly unkempt beard and just the way that he looks frazzled. Like, he looks burned out, literally burned out. I do want to go see Oscar, though, before we move on. He looks literally burned out. And he looks old. Like, that's the main thing, is he doesn't look weak, but he looks old. He looks exhausted. He looks like he's done, basically, with everything. But he doesn't look weak. Like, he doesn't look like he can't fight back or he can't hold on. So, yeah. It's sort of limited how much I can say about his character design, really, because I was so focused on just beating his crusty old ass for everything that he has done.
There's an old...
Oh, it left an item behind. And that makes him a good ending boss. Like, because the other thing the game could do, and which it sort of almost did, was have an end boss like the Bed of Chaos, basically. Like an end boss more like that, where it's this grand, godlike manifestation of the totality of the you know, rage and misery and pain of Lordran, where you have to overcome this godlike creature in order to finish your quest and become a big damn hero. But that's not really what happens. You have a duel with an old man, you know, next to a shitty fireplace. And then you kill him, and nothing happens. You kill him and nothing happens. There's no cutscene, there's no anything. He just dies, and then he's gone. And there's a bonfire there, and you can do what you've been doing for the entire rest of the game and link it. Like, fire it up. Do that thing again. The same thing you've been doing over and over and over. Make your, like, because bonfires in the game represent a safe space, like a place to return to, a checkpoint, a kind of safety net underneath you that means you can never die. And at the end, you get the choice to do that again, to reignite that safe place for yourself, to give yourself that safe checkpoint to return to.
In the ancient legends, it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords.
I wanted that bird footage for something, by the way. Just a little thing. Just a little thing. But yeah, it's very much a game of cycles. Like, at the end, you're given the option to do the same thing all over again. One more time, light the bonfire. One more time, one more time, one more time. And that's frankly fascinating to me. This has been a fascinating video game to play. And, like, the thing about... Let's talk about the reason why I wanted to do this goddamn thing in the first place. The reason why I wanted to play through this game and analyze the bosses is because I have always wanted to play Dark Souls, but I never had the... I hesitate to say courage, but that was kind of what it was. It was a very frightening game. It had this community who were like, get good, you're gonna die, you're gonna suck, get good, rah. That, like, people in the gym cheering each other on, like, you can lift some more, go, pump it. That kind of, it always intimidated me a little bit, like, in terms of, it felt like a game that would be stressful to play rather than fun or relaxing. And so the creative project was kind of an outlet for that, a kind of way around it, to make it work, as it were, like, to turn it into work rather than doing it for pleasure. Just as a way to get myself to play it. But over the course of making the series, I have started side characters that I never play past where my main character has been at, but where I've started experimenting with different builds. I've tried, like, a very light character where their only defense was rolling. I didn't even have a shield. I've tried sorcerers. I've tried full pyromancy builds. I've tried all kinds of different things. And I've really started appreciating all the, you know, mechanical depth and freedom that the game gives you. And I've started appreciating the push and pull of being able to choose your own challenge to a certain extent. Like how pyromancers make the early game way easier. Like, make it way easier to deal with the early bosses. And sorcerers too, like, where you can kind of choose your advantages. And choose ways to engage with the world that I've really come to appreciate a lot. I've begun to understand why this game is so loved. Not just as a good story, but, like, not just as a good gameplay experience, but just as a nice way to spend your time, as an interesting world to be in. And yeah, so I guess what I'm saying is I'd like to thank you all very much for indulging me, for watching these episodes, for letting me do this, and helping me find a way into Dark Souls, find a way to love this game as much as I hope a lot of the rest of you do. Because it's really been a delight. And I am apprehensive about heading into Dark Souls 2, because that's a game that literally everybody has different opinions on. But I'm also pretty excited to see what else is there, beyond just this little slice of Lordran. So yeah, I'm gonna kick it over to Future Skyen, who's gonna talk a little bit more about Gwyn, and about kings and patriarchs, and making Lordran great again. And for the moment, to the rest of you, I guess all I really have to say is praise the sun. And that's the end of that. That is the end of the main series of boss designs of Dark Souls. Now, like I said in chat, I've still got a couple of follow-up videos I want to do. I want to get to Kath. I know about Kath, that he's like a different framped thing. And he's got some perspective on the story that might be interesting to have in the aftermath. And I've got another couple of characters who I can use to get to him without accidentally activating framped. So there's that. And we're probably also going to do a follow-up video, like, on some of the themes and aesthetics of Dark Souls in general. And we'll talk about Berserk, finally. I'll finally mention Berserk and the Berserk influence and what it means for the game, if anything. But yeah, at this point, this is just the end of the stream. I've been going for, what, 5.5 hours at this point? And I'm really fucking hungry. So thank you all very much for tuning in. Thanks for the super chats. I think I missed one. Let me see. Oh yeah, Lunatic Thinker. Oh my god, $50. Thank you. Good job, TB Scan. This was quite the adventure. I've had a great deal of fun watching you go through this beloved game. I think your own insights into some of the boss designs were surprising and fresh. I highly recommend VatiVGS old lore series. Yes, people have told me to watch those videos over and over and over again. So I'm gonna watch them and see what he has to say about the subject. But I didn't do it while I was making the series exactly because knowing everything he has to say about the characters would mess with my own perspective and kind of mess with the idea of a blind run. But yeah, that's that. It's gonna be weird being done with Dark Souls. Like, I've been playing this game for like 1.5 years to make this goddamn series. Whew. So yeah. Once again, thank you all for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for cheering me on. Thanks for laughing at me when I fail. That's the best part. That's what I like the most, actually. I like being heckled a little bit.